Good morning. Good morning on a Tuesday morning. So, I wanted to get on this morning because today is the day that our Prime Minister Carney is meeting with Trump down in the US. And I'm just going to check my settings here and make sure my input, and I think I better speak up because I tend to speak quietly in the morning, and so I need to just up my game. Input is up. All right, I need to increase the volume of my voice. You hear my morning voice. So I just thought, geez, I want to get on. So here I am. Coffee, decaf though, but it's warm. It tastes like coffee, and that's all that matters. So, another glorious day in BC. How lucky am I? Very lucky. I'm also picking up a stroller that I found in Marketplace to have here with my grandson, because when my son and his partner and the dog and the baby come down to visit, there's no room in their car for everything. And so they carry him in a carrier, and I'm not able to take him for a walk in a stroller. So I thought, well, I'll get a stroller for when he's here. So found one in Marketplace, and I'm picking that up today. So meanwhile, it's so odd. Carney is down in the US currently, meeting with Trump. Maybe behind closed doors at the moment. Probably is behind closed doors at the moment. And I see Trump thinks he's alpha. Like he's the big bully energy. That's the energy he is. He's a big bully. And that's what he perceives as strength. My personal opinion, entertainment purposes only. Meanwhile, Carney has a quiet strength. He's not a big man. He played hockey as a kid. He's physically strong. I guess he runs. He's, he did landscaping when he was younger to put himself through, to help pay for student debt, because his Harvard wasn't a full ride. It was a partial scholarship. So this is a guy that knows about working for what you want. I'm hearing paying off your debts. And so he is alpha in a quiet way, and that's what I think a quiet leader. People misperception of him is that he's weak because he's quiet, that he doesn't do that. And I shouldn't say people. There is a segment of people that want their leader to be that bully energy that Trump is, that Poilievre is, Putin in some ways thinks that's to show his strength, when in actual fact it's not, because it's usually masking insecurities. And people that are secure in themselves don't need to do that. They just don't. And they don't. I mean, they will. Push comes to shove, they will. But meanwhile, they just quietly go about doing what they do in a way that serves them and serves the people around them, and they just get the job done. And I'm hearing that's Carney. He just gets the job done. So whatever happens in the public eye at the White House, there's some chatter about, is it going to be like Zelensky? Like, truly, it's like a freaking soap opera on the social platforms when it comes to this kind of stuff. So, too many so's. And it won't be like Zelensky, because Zelensky was set upon by J.D. Vance. They'd already had their talks behind the closed doors. So Zelensky would have benefited by a translator. He speaks English, but to convey his ideas properly, was difficult for him because English was a second language, and it's something that as English has been getting better, but still, if you know of anyone that learns English as a second language as an adult, it's hard to translate those ideas into English that you could translate so very easily in your own language. So he was that was a disadvantage for him, and they took advantage of that. And Zelensky perhaps thought he should do it that way, but it turned out not to be such a good idea. So meanwhile, what happens behind closed doors is one thing. I'm sure he had a translator behind closed doors and his team with him. And with Carney will have his team. Whatever goes on behind closed doors, this man's articulate, he's intelligent, he knows economies, he knows trade, he's dealt with world leaders and corporate leaders as well. So he's I'm hearing he's well ahead of the game in comparison to just about everyone else on Trump's side that's going to be in that room, with one exception, and that one exception is not Trump. I'm hearing the one exception is Scott Bason. Even though he's towing the party line, he's still he's an intelligent man, I'm hearing, who respects Carney. So, what does this mean for Canada? What does this mean for Canada? So let's see. Oh, okay. Been doing that, but they're going go here first. So I'll go here first to my trusted deck that dealing with the angels, so I don't know why. This one, but we shall see. Shuffling's not my suit, strong suit. Okay, what does this mean for Canada? In a broad way, in the world. Well, first off, I'm hearing Carney's playing with a full deck. So in some ways, he does hold all the cards in that way. So I'm hearing freedom. No, I'm not hearing. That's the card I pulled, freedom. So I pulled the card for freedom for Canada. So it means freedom for Canada. And with that, I'm getting freedom for Canada. The stage is being set. The stage is being set so that Trump will, I'm hearing respect Canada, will have a clear understanding of what he's dealing with. He's not dealing with the same old anymore. He's dealing with someone that has had multiple dealings with people like him in all factions of society, and who is smarter than Trump. And I'm hearing even have some street smarts that Trump thinks he has, but doesn't really have. Trump's only strength is his bully energy, really. And he's got I'm hearing like Poilievre, he's got this kind of gut instinct as well. But not to dismiss. He's going to try and dismiss Carney's. And you will, if you did try to dismiss Carney, it's like, it's not going to work. That will be at your own peril. So Carney's in there to gain freedom for Canada in the broader sense from the U.S. Not totally, because like a marriage that divorces, and with children, you still got to have relationships with each other. And so there's still a relationship there that is there. It can't be ignored. It just is there. It's just different. Just like after divorce, it's different. So it can be amicable amicable, or it can be divisive. It can be is it War of the Roses? So we want amicable. We want what it was like under Biden and Obama. We want amicable, or what it was like under most presidents until this president, who thinks that he has to strike deals in every which way without regard for what it's doing, and trying to take the country back to in a place where they had tariffs. Um, and very few people were wealthy at that time. I mean, we're talking about hundreds of years ago. I did read up on it, and I don't always retain that information. But 100 years ago, yeah, there was wealth, and the wealth was, again, just like it is now, in the top 1%, except there weren't as many wealthy people then. And and the poor were poorer. There were workhouses, children were working. So is that what the American people want? They don't, but they don't know what he's doing. They don't understand history. And those that understand history know what's going on. Those that understand history are some of the people behind this Project 2025, I'm hearing. They want to remake America in their vision. And it's a bit of a Handmaid's Tale vision. Yeah. Oh, I shake my head. So, be that as it may, that is not what Canadians want for Canada. And in our last election, though it was not an overwhelming win, but it was a win. It was a big win. So here we go, reimagining Canada in a new way, in a way that's going to be amazing. So here's this card for that. Forgive and forget. So again, I pulled this card before, and so I always see that dragon with that little. It's like a, I don't know. I don't know what I did. I don't know why I did it. I don't know. So the dragon is the U.S. It reminds me of a little girl that said to me, I don't know why I do it. I just lie, lie, lie all the time. Very little. And I'm like, it's okay. And so the man patting the dragon's head, I see as Carney or Canada going, it's okay. We will forgive, and we will forget what you just did. But we won't forget the grand scheme of it, I'm hearing. We will never forget that. So we can forgive what you've done, and we can move on from that. And that's what this is about. So that's it. That's it. And for all of you watching, I will pick one card whenever you see this. For whenever you see this card will be for you, and hopefully the message will be relevant for you and the time that you see it, and just what you need. Okay then. Seek hidden treasure. So we go about our daily lives, and we're not really paying attention. We see the same old things, We really do. We tend to be in a pattern, which is good for when it comes to habits, for exercise, for eating well, all that kind of thing, to be in those kind of patterns. But within that, we forget to seek for hidden treasures. We forget to seek those gems that will light us up. So that can be as simple as walking on a different route, going for a drive to a different place, going to a different coffee store, going to a different park, reading a book of a genre you wouldn't normally read. Ha ha. Ha ha. Gotta tell you though, it's a slog because I'm more this type of girl playing the Matrix. So, seeing a movie that's different than you would normally see. Doing an activity you normally would not do, trying something new. So, those are seeking the hidden gems in your life that will light you up and provide a new way of looking at the world, and you will see through new eyes. You will. That's just the nature of it. So, with that, look for the hidden gems and have yourself a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. And if you see this today, send a few prayers forward and backwards because that's how it works. Because where time is in all one moment. And whatever you do, however whatever you're praying for healing or for peace, it all adds to the collective, and it affects the present, but it also affects the past, and it will affect the future because time is all in one moment. There is no, really is, I know, a big concept to kind of wrap your head around, but take my word for it or not. Either way, do that for yourself and for the world. Okay, I don't know what I started to say with that, so I'm going to close off and say goodbye for now. Oh, I know, the day. Enjoy your day and be kind to yourself and be kind to others. Go for your joy. Linda out.